92% of software engineering resumes get rejected before a recruiter even sees it. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand how to transform your resume so that you can finally start getting some more interviews. And it's not ATS, it's not the keywords on your resume, it's not any of those things. It's a few simple tweaks that you can make to your resume that will start getting you some more interviews. And here's the proof to back it up. I've gotten offers from Amazon and Google. These are new grad software engineering offers. And so through the horrible job market that has been the last 1 or 2 years, I've thankfully been able to figure out what you actually need on your resume to get interviews these days. And let's be real, what you're doing right now, you're just applying on this classic GitHub repo, the simplifying new grad software engineering repo. And let's be real, it's not working. You're not getting interviews. And the reason for that is your resume. So why don't we just get started? So the first thing that you need to have on your resume is you need to make sure that all of your titles simply say software engineer. Not full stack developer, not back-end engineer, definitely not research intern or cloud intern. You need to just change all of the titles to say software engineer, and here's why. So the reason is actually twofold, and I've actually talked to recruiters at Amazon and Google about this, so I'm backing this up with proof. The first reason is because ATS is actually a thing. Companies do actually check for certain keywords on your resume, especially when it pertains to your work experience. And so if you're applying to a job that says software engineer, there is an applicant tracking system that is checking whether or not you have previous experience as a software engineer. But if your previous titles are like IT intern, research assistant, full stack developer, well then the stupid ATS is going to think you have no software engineering experience, which is kind of dumb, right? Ideally, it should know that full stack development falls under software engineering, but apparently it doesn't. And so you need to just change all your titles to say software engineer. And I've spoken to recruiters at Amazon and Google about this, and they also prefer if your titles just say software engineer all throughout your resume. It makes it look so much cleaner. It tells like a clean story about your experience instead of your titles being all over the place. I know that sounds kind of dumb because, again, recruiters should be able to realize that full stack developer, backend engineer, it all falls under the umbrella of software engineering. But for some reason, recruiters prefer it if all your titles just say software engineer. Making that one change to my resume skyrocketed the amount of interviews I was getting last year. So please change all your titles to software engineer. Thank me later. And the second thing that you need to go ahead and do for your resume is you need to fix the actual bullet points. This is the meat. This is the bread and butter of your resume, all these bullet points over here. And so I'm going to give you some advice that I know you've heard before, but just stay with me. You need to have metrics and quantitative impact in every single bullet point on your resume. And the reason for that is because recruiters will completely skim over a bullet point and ignore it if there's no metrics in there. Now, you probably have metrics in some of the bullet points on your resume, but I'm willing to bet that you don't have it in every single bullet point on your resume, and that's what you really need to have, at least in like 80% of the bullet points on your resume. And a lot of people are kind of scared to add these metrics on their resume. Improved system throughput by 30%, improved search accuracy by 20%. A lot of people are afraid to go ahead and add those metrics to their resume because they're like, what if I get asked about that in an interview? It's kind of scary for some people to add all these metrics to their resume, especially if they don't have concrete proof of it. But I'm going to be real with you. It's fine to just ballpark it. Nobody is going to ask for proof of this stuff. You can almost like embellish it a little bit and kind of just make it up. Now, let me give you a quick disclaimer. Don't just completely pull it out of your ass if it's not true at all. That would not be ethical. It could backfire. Don't do that. But it's totally fine to just come up with a rough ballpark estimate of your impact and put some percentage on your resume. You do need to make sure that it's an educated guess, that it's actually like a reasonable guess, and you need to make sure that just in case you ever get asked about it, you could more or less defend it. Again, don't worry about having any concrete proof. It's totally fine to kind of just make it up as you go. That's really what we're all doing in this recruiting process anyways. All right, the one final tip, like the third tip I have for you when it comes to fixing your resume, has to do with this technical skills and keywords section over here. And I know at the start of the video, I was like, keywords don't matter. It's not that important. And you're right. It's not as important as fixing your titles, making sure you have that quantitative impact and metrics in every single bullet point on your resume. That stuff is obviously more important. But the keywords in the technical skill section, let's not kid ourselves. It obviously does matter. Companies do use various algorithms to scan for certain keywords on your resume. And so the more keywords you have, the better. Now, the reason I put this at the end of the video is because the main things I wanted to kind of go over are the titles and the bullet points. But keywords do still matter. And a lot of other YouTubers are afraid to tell you this, but I'm just going to keep it real with you and kind of give you the advice that you need to hear because I genuinely want to see you succeed. And the advice I'm going to give you is really just fluff up that technical skill section with as many keywords as possible. Now, the one caveat, the one disclaimer is if you've never heard of a framework or a programming language or a tool, then obviously don't add it to your resume. That's a bad idea. But if you know like the rough basics, let's say you're not an expert at it, you're not super confident with it, but if you know like the rough basics more or less, screw it. Just add it to your resume because you really need, as many keywords as you can that actually match the job description to have like the greatest chance possible of landing an interview. Again, a lot of people are afraid to say that because they're on this moral high horse and they're like, oh, I would never embellish or make up anything on my resume. Forget those people. If you're watching this video, you probably just want to succeed. You probably just want to get some interviews and get an offer. And this channel is designed to just give you the no BS advice that you need to start getting more interviews and offers. So just to recap, your titles, your bullet points, and the technical skills section. And if you want to work one-on-one with an entire team of FANG engineers, we'll guide you through the entire job application process, and we'll actually guarantee that you get a FANG level offer by the end of our mentorship program. And if you don't, you get a full refund. If that sounds good to you, click that link in the description. There'll be a link there. You can book a call to speak directly with me, and we can see if you're a good fit for this mentorship program. Again, you would be getting one-on-one guidance from an entire team of FANG engineers, and we actually guarantee that you get a big tech level offer by the end of our program, and if you don't, you will literally get a full refund. It is that simple. So go ahead and click that link below. You can book a call to speak directly with me. And if you want some more YouTube videos to watch where I go over more resume tips, do referrals even help anymore? Can you cold email recruiters and reach out to them? YouTube is going to put some more videos up here. Go ahead and click those, and I will see you soon.